Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back with my first review, part 1 of 2 of my Game of Thrones Season 3 review. So, this one is going to be for the first 5 episodes of Game of Thrones Season 3. So that is episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of Game of Thrones Season 3. So, I just finished watching episode 5, and I thought to myself, well, I might as well review the first half, and then I'll do a part 2, like I always do. I'll do, the first 5 episodes will be Game of Thrones Season 3 review part 1, and then part 2 will be the last 5 episodes, episodes 6 through 10. So anyway, I got some notes here, so I'm just gonna kind of put those there so I can see them. Okay, so absolutely enjoyed episodes 4 and 5. The first 3 episodes we'll get into, okay, because I have some problems with those ones. But this season of Game of Thrones Season 3 has probably been my least favorite. I hate to say that, but I really enjoyed Season 1. Season 1 I could rewatch over again. Just all that stuff with Ned Stark was amazing. Season 2 picked up, I would say, even more, even though Season 1 I thought was amazing. Season 2 was incredible, especially near the end. And then this season, I don't know, for starters, the first, 2 episodes, episode 3 was alright, but I don't know, this season took a while to pick up. Now I feel like with episode 4 and 5, that we're kind of at the season 2 level again. We're kind of back to, the exciting point in time where I'm really excited to watch. I can't wait to see episode 6. But I was kind of worried there for a bit, especially after watching the first 3 episodes, that the whole season was going to be very slow. To my surprise, and I'm very happy I was surprised about this, it looks like this season will, get better, and definitely episodes 4 and 5 I absolutely enjoyed. So, yeah, that's one thing. But again, I haven't seen the whole season, so this could turn out to be the best season. It's just, for me right now, I've enjoyed Season 2 more than I've enjoyed what I've seen from Season 3. Let's start off with episode 1. So you pick up, of course, you've got Sam. So, of course, after the end of Season 2, of course, the White Walkers and all that, then, of course, that older guy, I forget his name, that older guy saves him, and, you get to see Sam, who is, of course, taken all the way to, of course, that same location. Now, again, sorry about the names, but, of course, that guy that has all those, all those girls or whatever around the town or whatever, around that, little town thing or whatever. Of course, one of them has a baby, and then, of course, the leader of that town that has all those girls there or whatever, daughters or whatever, of course, they, the leader, of course, the old guy, he gets killed. And then, of course, the other old guy that saves Sam, they kind of, they fight. And there's a huge scene in episode 4. And I wish I could talk about it more. But unfortunately, their names just slipped my mind for some reason. But anyway, you get the death of both of them. Of course, the one guy, the one that saves Sam, of course, the night, he actually gets killed right in the back, and then you kind of see the blood or whatever. That's a crazy sequence. So that was that stuff. Of course, in episode 4, and then of course now Sam left with that girl that has the baby. So we'll have to see what's going to happen next with Sam and her. So that was cool stuff right there. So then of course you get the stuff at King's Landing, which I do want to get into. So of course then you have the stuff with Tyrion, of course, not being Hand of the King anymore. Tywin, of course, he is just disrespecting Tyrion like crazy. Even Cersei, too, in these last couple episodes, too. And then, of course, you get the stuff with Joffrey. And what's her name? I wrote it down here. Marjorie. Marjorie, of course, is going to be marrying Joffrey. And, of course, at the very end of episode 5, we actually hear that Tyrion is going to be marrying Sansa. So, oh, yeah, that's definitely some crazy stuff right there. So, of course, you also have Shae, stuff with her and, Tyrion, kind of their relationship still going. And then, of course, you also get, just a couple other random dialogue scenes. You also got Peter Baelish. Of course, he is going to be leaving King's Landing, and he wants to take Sansa, so there's some kind of drama about that. And you got Lord Varys. Of course, he's kind of talking to, Marjorie's mom or whatever, and kind of, she's becoming a character now, Marjorie's mother or whatever. She's kind of, she's kind of one of the standout characters, I almost would say, of the season, to be honest. She's asking Sansa, what do you think about Joffrey, and she kind of talks about how, Ned Stark and all that kind of stuff. And they mentioned Ned Stark a lot this season, which I thought was really cool. So that was the stuff with King's Landing for the most part in these first 5 episodes. So next up, I want to talk about the stuff with Jaime Lannister and, of course, that other lady, of course, that's taking him to King's Landing. So he loses a hand. So, of course, they get jumped by those people, which was insane. So they get jumped, and then, of course, he almost kind of sacrifices his hand. He loses a hand pretty much for her. And then you end episode 3 with the hand getting chopped off. And then you see him, and he's kind of like, throughout the next couple episodes, and he's kind of, he's losing blood and all that kind of stuff. And they have him wear his hand, which I thought was insane. He's even trying to sword fight the guys with the other hand that he can't use. I'm sure he was probably a righty. I'm guessing, because he wasn't that good with the sword. So against those guys, and he failed. So. Yeah, and of course you get that story when, of course, he's taking that bath or whatever in episode 5 that, he's kind of explaining why, they call him Kingslayer, and, of course, his real name's Jaime Lannister, and all that kind of stuff. So, that was that stuff. Can't wait to see what's going to happen next with Jaime Lannister and that one person that was, that one girl, the bigger lady, that's going to be taking him to King's Landing, if that's still even going to happen. So, then the North of the Wall stuff. So the North of the Wall stuff was pretty good, of course. You do have, of course, Tormund, and you also have Ygritte or whatever. Of course, Jon Snow joins the Wildlings, of course, and then also starts to the cave scene, of course, where they're in the cave or whatever, and they kind of start the relationship, more or less. So, so of course, you kind of see it coming, of course, he joined the group she's in now, and kind of, it's just kind of fits, type of thing. So that was that stuff from North of the Wall. Not too much, I did like the giant, too, that we got to see in the first episode. That was kind of cool. Good CG there, but not too much of that with North of the Wall, aside from him joining and then him kind of having a relationship with Ygritte. So that was that. So, of course, then I want to start talking about the Daenerys stuff, because this stuff might be some of the best of Season 3. Of course, so in the first episode, she meets that one guy, the scene where he cuts the, of that one soldier, the nipple, or whatever. Oh, God. And she kind of makes it seem like she doesn't know the language he's talking, and then in the 4th episode, when she actually gives him the dragon burns him alive, and she knows the language the whole time, and then she kind of goes to the soldiers, and she's kind of like, she's like, you guys are free now, and I just love when she takes that group over from him and kills the rest of those other guys, and then the soldiers and her leave, and then, she kind of leaves with her huge army of soldiers. So, the stuff with Daenerys, I just couldn't look away, the whole time. Just amazing. So, she gave him a dragon, I guess, but the dragon wasn't too fond about it, so... Anyway, so that was that stuff. So I guess she kind of did keep her promise in a way. It didn't go exactly as he wanted it to go, but, she killed him, and now she has an army. So, she won that army over pretty much. So, then, of course, you also have the stuff with Davis and Stannis. And, it seems like Stannis, kind of, he betrayed Stannis, so, of course, he survived the Battle of Blackwater, so now he's held captive, and he's going to pay the price, pretty much. And we also get to see Stannis' daughter, of course, her face. That was crazy. And then the babies in that water thing, what's up with that, with his wife? Oh, man, I don't know what the heck was going on there, but anyway... So, I'm trying to see if I covered everything, but, oh, geez, no, God, okay. So, of course, the last thing that we are going to be covering is the stuff with Robb Stark. So, of course, he kills that Or sorry. So of course they go to Winterfell, and you also have the stuff with Theon and the torture stuff. Crazy. I did like that scene where he's getting chased, by those guys or whatever, and then Ramsay saves him. So Ramsay, I think, is the name of that guy. Apparently he's supposed to be this big villain, so that's really exciting. I recognized him as soon as I saw him because I unfortunately I did see some spoilers about him versus Jon Snow in season 6. So yeah, again with the spoilers, but is he supposed to be the Ramsay? I don't want anything spoiled, but I'd like to know, is he supposed to be the Ramsay? Is he supposed to be Ramsay? So yeah, let me know in the comments below. But anyway, so that was that. So with the torture stuff with what's that guy's name? Theon, the guy who took Winterfell and now being tortured. So yeah, so then of course you got the stuff with Robb Stark. So of course Winterfell is gone now, and he wants revenge, of course, Lannisters, and then he wants revenge on quite a few groups right now, but mainly the Lannisters still, and he loses like quite a bit of his army, and there's only one army left that hasn't sided with the Lannisters, and that's the one that, of course, there's that one lady that wants to marry Robb Stark, so it's kind of complicated because he's with, of course, that other lady now, so yeah, it's kind of complicated, but if he wants to win, I guess that's the one thing he's going to do. So, of course, he kills that old man, of course, in the 5th episode, just like that. So, yeah, that was the stuff with Robb Stark as well. So, I think I pretty much covered everything. This season, man, just slow, okay, I'll say that. Slow for the first maybe 2 episodes, 3 episodes, but episodes 4 and 5 were really good, and I just can't wait to see what's going to happen with the rest of this season. So I love Game of Thrones still, though. Absolutely can't get enough of it, and I can't wait to see the rest of this season and what's going to happen. So anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. I heard season 4 is the best, so can't wait to get to that too, and see what people are talking about with the 4th season, but anyway, absolutely can't get enough of Game of Thrones. The second half of Season 3 review will be up as soon as I watch the last 5 episodes, which will probably be in about less than a week or so, because I'm just burning through this show. I just love it. So, and by the way, the episodes are like 55 to an hour, like each episode. That's really good. They extended pretty much every episode this season, so that's really cool. So, anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.